Do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable for Amber Geiger to have believed she was in her apartment when she encountered the complaining witness?
Yes, I do.
And what is that opinion?
That she believed that there was a burglar in her apartment.
And that it was reasonable?
Yes.
Do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable for Amber Geiger to perceive, based on the facts and circumstances, that from her standpoint, that the complaining witness was an intruder in her apartment?
Yes, sir.
And what is your opinion?
That it was a reasonable perception.
And do you have an opinion as to whether it was reasonable, based on the facts and circumstances, from an ordinary, prudent person in Amber Geiger's position, for her to perceive that Bathom Jean was a deadly threat?
Yes, sir.
And what is that opinion?
I believe that she did perceive him as a deadly threat.
And you believe that was reasonable based on your training and your experience and your consideration of the totality of the circumstances?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. He said that he believed that Bathom Jean in his own apartment was a deadly threat. Wait a minute. He was on the couch eating cereal in his own apartment. Didn't have a gun, didn't have a knife, but they perceived him to be a deadly threat, eating cereal on his couch.
As an investigator, that's what you have to do. You have to look at the entire full picture of evidence when you're making a decision not only whether to arrest someone or whether to send them to prison, correct?
That's correct.
And today you're telling us that based on everything and based on your training and experience, you don't believe there's even probable cause that Amber Geiger committed any crime, correct?
That's correct.
So this officer is testifying that he believes that Amber Geiger was reasonable in her judgment. Therefore, he don't believe that a crime was committed. Let's deal with the word negligence. And I'm no attorney, but I'm reading from Oren's Dictionary of the Law. Let's just read negligence. The failure to exercise a reasonable amount of care in a situation that causes harm to someone or something. It can involve doing something carelessly or failing to do something that should have been done. That is the very definition of negligence, okay? The failure to exercise a reasonable amount of care. Do you think it was reasonable? Do you think she exercised a reasonable amount of care from the beginning of this situation till the end? I mean, even when her key wouldn't fit in the door, do you think that it was still reasonable for her to still force her way into the apartment? Even when she noticed that it was a red mat on the floor, do you think that that was reasonable for her to still continue to try to enter the apartment? Even once you looked into the apartment and you're in full uniform, is it not reasonable, or did you think it was reasonable to shoot and kill this man that was sitting on his couch eating a bowl of cereal? That's reasonable. What about the fact that when you opened up the door and you saw that the furniture was not your furniture in your apartment, was it then reasonable for you to pull your service weapon without any orders, any instructions? If you thought that it was your apartment, why didn't you give orders or instructions for the intruder to exit the apartment with his hands up? But this guy is saying that it was reasonable for you to pull your weapon in someone else's apartment and kill them. This is the American justice system. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plugged in t-shirts are available for purchase. All proceeds will go to the production of the show.